even need much, you just need us. Watch out for them challenges, I know you'll like us. Subscribe to the thing, go and get them likes up. This is just KJ and watch this is a must and you should know it.
What up, fam? Welcome back to Just KJ. My name is Kay.
I'm your boy Jay, and today is story time.
It's gonna be our first ever story time on Just KJ.
Excuse me.
Jay's gonna be telling a story about his ex-dog.
Yes.
And I'm gonna be telling a story about my worst date.
Alright, so pretty much had a dog for all of a week. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna give you the short story real fast. Had a dog by the name of Sugar. It was an all-white dog. You know, cool little dog. The dog hated my mom and loved my uncle. But the thing is, my mom liked the dog and my uncle hated the dog. One day in that short little week time span, Uncle Lenny was out here. He was sleeping on the couch. Then I was in my room with the dog, and then I had to go. I was leaving. I went somewhere, so I pulled the door, and I guess when I went out the front door, the air pressure like pushed open my room door. By the time I came back, I opened the door, walked in, went to my room, realized that my room was like slightly cracked. Keep in mind, Sugar is a Chihuahua, Sugar is a Chihuahua. So open the room door, I look around, didn't see Sugar in her bed, didn't see Sugar on the couch, didn't see Sugar nowhere in the room. So I'm like, okay, this is wild. And I didn't like have my actual room open because there's no dog sleeping on my bed ever. You know what I'm saying? So
We're cuddling Sugar at night?
Bro, I had to sleep on the little green couch.
Why?
Because I didn't want that thing to come with me in my room, and I felt bad leaving it there in the little room by itself.
For a week, you slept on the couch?
Let me tell you, I had the iPad, I put it in this little thing, I watched Arthur, I watched all kind of crap, just so I could fall asleep in the room, in the little area. Yeah, it was...
When you walk into his room, it's like a mini... I don't know, what would you call it?
I don't know, like a front foyer.
Yeah, it's like a patio before you go into the actual room. So there's a door to go into that little area, and just like a small little area. And then you walk into another door that goes into his room.
Bro. So yeah, nonetheless, that door was closed, so I didn't go into my actual room where my bed is. Anyway, so then I do the U-turn now, and I come back out this way. And I'm like, yo, where the hell is the dog? So I get to the little spot there, and I look over there on the couch, and I'm like, oh my God. Sugar is on Uncle Lenny's back, laid down like, you know how dogs lay, you know what I mean? And he's like on his belly. So I was like, oh my God. Bro, I didn't want to move because I was like, yo, if I move, Sugar's going to be like, oh, he's home. You know? Oh my goodness. So nonetheless, I moved. I was like, going to try to get Sugar. And then Uncle Lenny must have moved. So he rolled over. And then Sugar was like, the way he is now, he's like, his back is facing towards us. Okay. So Sugar jumps on that side.
So in his face?
Yeah, so I guess he must have opened his eyes and then like by that time Sugar jumped back on him, on his side, and he's like, what the f-? He went off, bro. Oh my God. I tell you, I had to grab Sugar and just go in the room immediately. I was hiding, and he hated the dog. That's the worst part about it, is he hated the dog. The dog shat in his room the day, like I think it was the day before or the day of. Right in the middle of his room.
You couldn't have missed that.
No, he walked in, he was pissed already about that. He's like, yo, we're keeping this dog? I was like, oh man, no, I don't know. No? Look, I wanted to keep the dog, but he hated the dog. And the dog hated
Your mom hated
Slice.
Yeah.
No, the dog hated Slice. Couldn't keep it still. Anytime Slice came in the crib, and Slice was like, hey, Sugar. Hey, Sugar. Bro. But if I said, hey, Sugar, dog was all four mans.
Was Sugar met a boy or girl?
Girl. But she was fixed and everything, so she wasn't going to have her period in my crib. You know those ones? Yeah.
Wow.
Good times, man. Good times. Sugar was a good little dog. Just followed me around a little too much. I didn't like that. And she was afraid of me a bit. Except for when it came time to feed her greedy ass.
Which dog isn't like that?
Well, she'd only come out when I was giving her grub. And then she was my best friend, like, after a day and a half, she was my best friend. To take her on walks in the middle of the damn winter time. Sugar. Might get a little emotional again. Yeah, that's my story time, you know? Sugar was a good dog. Yeah. Found Sugar a lovely home. Yeah, that's my story time. Of my ex-dog.
We're gonna tell you my story time about my worst date.
Brace yourselves for this one.
So, I don't want to say we were dating because we weren't really dating. We were like, I guess we were talking. So I found out he liked me and I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'll give him the time of day kind of thing. So I'm just like, hey, we were talking for like a week or so. And he's like, hey, I want to see you. We lived kind of in the same area. He lived like 15, 20 minutes away from me, not that far. So one day we were talking, he's like, hey, I want to see you. And I'm just like, hey, I don't really want to go out for dinner. Like, I'm not hungry or anything. Like, let's just go chill or something. So there's somewhere in Toronto, Scarborough specifically, called the Scarborough Bluffs. And you can basically like climb on rocks and look over at the water view. It's beautiful. So I'm like, hey, let's go to the Scarborough Bluffs. Like, we can grab a drink or something like that. And I was talking more of like tea or something. I love Starbucks. So I was kind of thinking more, let's grab Starbucks and we can go to the Bluffs, just chill, talk kind of thing. Get to know each other more. This guy comes to pick me up, no Starbucks. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll let that slide. And no, Starbucks is more of an expensive beverage. He's laughing because he knows it's coming. So I'm just like, you know what, whatever, we'll leave that as is. So we're there driving to the Bluffs now. And like, after my house, there's a big hill to go up. And then going to the Bluffs itself, you're going down a huge hill. So we go up the hill from my house now. He pulls over to get gas. Okay, cool. I'm not the type of girl to look over and see like how much you put in your tank. Like if you're on E, I expect you're filling your tank or like halfway filling your tank kind of thing. So let me skip back a few. When he picked me up, he was driving an Audi. And anyone knows, an Audi is a luxury car. Okay? I'm not the type of girl to care about your car. I don't care what kind of car you drive. As long as it gets you from point A to point B. Cool, we're good. So he was driving an Audi. Okay, so whatever. We're driving up the hill and he pulls over because there's a gas station on the left. So he pulls into the gas station and he gets out. He's like, I'll be back, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So he pumps the gas and I'm just like, this guy pumped the gas for literally like 5 seconds. So I'm just like, okay. I'm normally not the type of girl to look over and see how much gas you put in your car. I don't care. But for some reason, my mind's like, Karice, look over. Look over. Look over.
Told him your real name.
My real name's Karice. So it's like, look over, look over, look over. I look over, and this guy put $5 gas in his Audi. And his car was on E. Because he's like, my car is almost on E, let me just pull over and get some gas. Cool. So I'm like, wait a second. Your car's on E? And you just put $5 gas? That can barely take you back to my house, much less your house, and you live 20 minutes from my house. So he gets in the car and he's like, are you ready to go? I'm just like, honestly, I'm not feeling well. I'm like, I'm not feeling well. Do you mind like if we just go back to my house? Because honestly, first date, I'm not pushing your car. Like, not being rude or sound like a shallow girl or anything, but first date, I'm not pushing your car down any hill or even up the hill because the hill for the Scarborough Bluffs is a deep. It's super, like, no. It's like, if you can afford an Audi with the insurance and everything, you should be putting more than $5 gas in your car.
$5? $5?
I told this guy, he was dying of laughter. I'm like, it's not funny. Like, I was not going to help him push his car.
Funny, bro.
I was not going to help him push his car that night. Like, sorry.
Gotta help him push that vessel.
If we were together in a relationship or we were actually talking or dating for longer than a week, yeah, I would have given you a helping hand. But I'm not. First date, I'm not pushing. I'm not. Sorry. So I don't even know if you call that an actual date. Because it lasted for all of...
Yeah, I was on a short date.
50-minute max. So you didn't bring me my Starbucks.
That was a short date.
And you know... But after the gas, I could understand why he didn't bring me the Starbucks, because he didn't have...
You got no bread.
The funds. But he didn't even message me like, hey, is Tim Hortons good? Like, I can get you something from Timmy's, which is a really famous coffee place in Canada. Nope, nothing. Yep. Drink to that.
Drink to these bum ass. Bro.
I haven't talked to him since.
Step your money up, boy. $5 in the tank. Minimum $10 only, fam.
But I'm like, my whole thinking of that is $5 can drive you back to my house. So then you're gonna have to put more gas in your tank to drive home. How are you gonna get home? Are you gonna put $5 more?
Yep.
Then why not just put 10 and call it a date?
That's what I said. $10 minimum.
Yeah, guys, that's my worst date.
And that is story time.
Yep. Tell us if you want to hear more story times from us.
A date story is funny though. That's. I'm your boy Jay. This
Kay.
is Kay, and we are